Okay. Have you seen about multiple reflection? I want answer from you. Okay, one by one, answer. Have we learned about multiple reflection?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And apart from that, what we have learned?
Sir, we learnt about the dispersion,
Dispersion, okay.
uh, refract, refraction of light,
Refraction of light.
and then refractive index. So,
Fine. Refractive index. Okay. Do anyone of you do have anyone of you have any doubt regarding the multiple reflection topic? Like we have seen that how multiple reflection take place. Anyone has any doubt? Likita, okay. Anyone has any doubt? Please reply, everyone. Say either say yes or no.
No, sir.
Okay. What about the others?
So, sir, can you once briefly explain refractive index?
Okay, refractive index. So refractive index is something. Who asked
sir,
me this question?
how much the material is able to bend the light, right?
Yes, yes, correct. First tell me who asked me this question.
Sir, Manasvi.
Manasvi. Okay. So refractive index. Okay, this is a property of a medium through which it tells us that how much a light ray bends. Okay, let's say I have two medium. This is an interface between medium one. This is medium one. This is medium two. Okay, so let's say this has some refractive index n1. This has refractive index some n2. So if a ray is coming like this, right? So if I make this normal, tell me what this angle is called.
Incident ray. Sorry, incident angle of incidence.
Angle of incidence. By what term I represent angle of incidence?
I.
I. Great. And this ray is incident ray. Okay. So when it enters the medium, so either going to the straight path, it bends a little bit. Okay. So this is the property of a medium through which it tells us that how much this light bend. So I have taken this example, and I let's say take one more example in which I say that n3 is greater than n2. Okay, so Manasvi, these are some terms I am taking. So n1, n2, n3, these are refractive index of a medium. So let's say there is another medium in which light coming from n1 enters n3. So if n3 is greater than n2, then that means the light will bend more. Okay. If this angle was, let's say, some 40 degree, then this angle will be 30 degree or less. That means the light will bend more towards normal. In this case, in this case, light,
So, what does this depend on?
it depends on the type of medium. Okay, it depends on the type of medium, and according to the medium, the refractive index, value of refractive index changes. So,
Sir, in air it is 1, in water it is 1.5 or something.
yes, correct. So this
In
refractive index,
Mercury it is 1.8.
no, I took those examples, so don't take those values as standard. Okay, those are not standard values. I've taken example only. So the refractive index of air is fixed. That is standard. That is 1. So if I write refractive index of air, that is 1. Water will be around 1.5, and mercury I don't remember the exact value, but let's take it as around 1.8. Okay, so Manasvi, these the value of these refractive index depends on the type of medium. So in this one, the medium is air, and this second example, the medium is water. In third example, the medium is mercury. So these values of n are changing. These are changing with the medium. So if if the value of refracting index is more, that means the light will bend more towards normal. So this is normal. Okay, the line which I am representing with red color, this is normal. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I am explaining these only so that
Sir, what about in glass? In
yes,
glass it is.
glass is also has some refractive index greater than 1. So in that also the light bends. Instead of going to the straight line, it bends by some angle. Okay, we do not need to go in depth. We just understanding this concept so that we know how this light is splitting into so many colors. Okay, instead of going to the straight line, why it is going why it is deviating from its path, and why it is splitting into so many colors. Okay,
Sir, how is the wavelength dependent on the refractive index? Like, is there
so
any relation?
the if we are talking about relation, there is like we can say directly say that with change in wavelength, there is change in deviation, angle of deviation. So right now we don't need to know about the direct relation between. Okay, we don't need to know about direct relation between refractive index and wavelength. Just remember this thing, that with the change in wavelength, with the with the change in wavelength,
There is change in deviation.
there is change in deviation. What does that mean? That let's say
The
if this,
bending of it.
yes, this is a white light, this is a white light, and this is a normal. Okay, so until now you must have understood that how important this normal is. So we should know what is normal and how we measure angle with the normal. Because in higher class also, when you study about refraction and other things, this will be important because we will always measure angle with respect to normal, right? So let's say this is white light. Okay, and instead of going to the straight line, which is this, the light will bend, and this bend will depend on the wavelength. So the wavelength, tell me which color has the highest wavelength among 7 with your 7 colors. Tell me.
Sir, red.
Sir, 540.
Are
Sir, red.
don't remember the exact value. Okay, those are rough estimates. We don't need to remember the rough
Sir, red.
values. Yes, red. So red has highest wavelength
Sir, then it's
among Vibgyor. Okay, tell me which color will have the lowest wavelength in
violet.
Vibgyor.
Violet.
Violet has lowest. So the red one will deviate like this. Deviate like this. So the color which has highest wavelength will deviate less compared to, let's say this is red. This is red. And this ray.
Sir,
This
but
ray.
how did violet bend more? It has the lowest wavelength, right?
It has lowest wavelength, so there is some dependence. So we do not need to go in depth about how it is dependent. Okay. So just remember that the lowest wavelength will deviate most. And the reason why I'm not telling you this, because this is itself is a whole concept. So if I start explaining that concept, then we will like go off board. So this will come to you, okay, when it will be in your syllabus. Okay, so if I start telling you about this, that how this light this depends on the wavelength and refractive index, and how this actually refraction thing happening and all, so that is entirely a different thing. Okay, so at your place you need to know this much only, that the lowest wavelength will deviate most and the highest largest wavelength will deviate least. Okay, so this is how this is violet. So this is how these rays are bending. So there was coming a white light after it passed through a medium. Tell me, what is the medium we are studying right now?
Sir, water droplet.
Water droplet. Very good. So this is air, and this white light is coming from air, and it is entering a water droplet. Water droplet. And this water droplet, what does it have? It has water. Okay. So this white light is entering into this water droplet, which contain water, and this white light is getting split into seven colors. Okay, it gets split into seven colors. These seven colors, just a second. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, so this white light is coming from air. It is entering into water, and it gets split into seven colors. Into seven colors. So tell me if any one of you has any doubt until now. Nikita can't hear me. Okay.
Sir, so we can say that if it has more frequency, there will be more deviation.
Yes, we can say that. Yes, because frequency and wavelength are dependent by inversely dependent.
Yes.
Okay, fine. Tell me until now, do you have any doubt? And until then, I will hear what Likita is saying. No doubt. Everybody understood this thing?
Yes, sir. No doubt.
Okay, very good.
Sir, on one small doubt, in that the white light is again split into 7 colors, right?
What do you mean by again? It
Like
gets split.
from uh, the white light gets split into 7 colors. After reflection, again, there's one part where the red it intersects, like, right, sir, like
I'm
all
I
those
I
colors.
I will tell you how it is happening. Okay. Okay, fine. So until this part, uh, which one I'm telling, that when this light come into this and it enters into this water droplet. So until this part, you must have understood. Okay, confirm. Say yes or no.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, very good. So there happen two things. There happen refraction also. There
And
happen
reflection.
reflection also. So there at every medium, whether it is water or glass or anything you say, there happen two things. Their light gets reflected also and light gets refracted also. That means the light
Is
light is transmitted. So this is transmitting. That means it is entering into the water droplet and light gets reflected also
on the walls of the water droplet.
on the walls of the water droplet. Yes, both of the
Sir, and
phenomena.
after that, when the light, the with them like rainbow, like those 7 colors are passing through. They again intersect, right, sir, in the middle. What is that?
I'm coming to the part. Okay, I'm coming to the part. So at this intersection, there happen two things. First, the light is transmitted, and other, the light is reflected. So since we are more concerned about the transmitted part, about transmitted part, so we will neglect this reflection. Okay, so uh, we are not like talking about this reflection thing. We are just concerned about transmitted parts. Okay, so we will talk about transmitted only. Now, this light is transmitted inside this. So tell me, at this wall also, the second wall also, which is where this light is reflected. Can you see this red shaded part?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so at this red shaded part also, there happen two things. What? Tell me.
No, transmission and reflection.
Transmission and reflection. Yes. Okay, so here happen transmission and reflection. Okay, both of the phenomena are happening. But since there are some conditions in which the the light which is transmitted at this part is like of less intensity. It is of less intensity. And the light which is reflected has high intensity. So light follows this path in which it gets reflected once and then it is transmitted. This the light which is falling into the eye of this girl. Let me choose a different color, black. Let's say black. So the light which is coming to the observer, so this is transmitted.
Sir, why can't it reflect back?
Why can't it reflect back? Let's say there happen many type of reflection inside this water droplet. Okay, at the walls of the water droplet, there happen many reflection, but it can't stay inside the water droplet always. So after some reflection, it will come out, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, since this water droplet cannot capture this light always, so at one point of time it has to come out, right?
Yes,
So
sir.
this is how this light is reflected on this part. Okay, tell me if anyone has any doubt until now. The light gets reflected from this part.
Sir, after
Any?
the reflection
Yes, yes,
in
I'm
that
coming
black
to that
part,
part. I'm coming to the part. Don't worry. Until now, any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay. So at this part, which is this acts like a mirror. And what happens when a light is incident on a mirror?
Okay, it will act as if it will act like a concave mirror.
Yes. Let's say it acts like a concave mirror, or you can take this small part because we are talking about this small part. You can take it as a flat mirror. Okay, we are talking about this small part. So we can take it as a plane mirror. So tell me what happens at a plane mirror when a light is
The
incident on
incident ray is equal to the reflected ray.
no angle.
Sorry, angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection.
Okay, so this is red light. So red light gets incident on this part and it gets reflected on this part. So I equal to R. Okay, this is some, and this is the upper light, and there is lower light. Can you tell me which color is this? The lower ray?
Violet.
Violet. So I make again one mirror, and this violet line is incident on it like this. So can you tell me from this diagram that which which light has greater angle of incidence, and which light has lower angle of incidence?
Lowest
Sir,
is red and
violet.
highest is violet.
Yes, sir. Highest is violet and lowest is red.
The angle of incidence of violet is small as compared to red. How? See this. This light is coming like this and it is going like this. Okay. Whereas this light is coming like this and it is reflected in this direction. Okay, let me make it again. Let me make these all in a same. I will take red and violet only.
Sir, but their normals are different, right?
Normals are different. That does not matter because these all rays are
But they're
falling at
reflecting not at one point, right? So they're reflecting at different points.
yes, they are reflecting at different points. Correct. So that's why let's not compare this with the angle of incidence, but let's compare it with the different points of incidence. Okay, they are all are incident at a different angle, different point. Okay, so this upper one, this one is red. So it has a some normal, it has some I equal to R. Okay, right? And this lower one is violet. It also has some normal, it has I equal to R. So with this kind of reflection, what is happening? That the red has higher I is greater than I of red is greater than I of violet. That's why this ray is broadening. It is going a little away. Whereas violet line is incident like this and it gets reflected at smaller angle only. That's why these rays are intersecting to each other. Can you
Sir, when they
imagine?
intersect, can we see white light there? Like if we cannot see white that fast, light that
Mhm.
fast, sir. Sir, but
Mhm.
there when it intersect, will it become white light?
We don't know what happens at this point. Okay, because at this point, this ray is going like this, and this ray is going like this. Okay, they are going in different direction. So they intersect, and immediately they cross their path. They go to different path. So that does not form any white light, and they go away. Okay, can you
Okay,
guys
sir.
imagine how these lights are intersecting?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Manasvi.
Yes.
Did you get it?
Yes, sir.
Rohit, Vinisha?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Rohit, did you get it? Rohit? Jitendra, Chesta?
Yes, sir.
Good. Chesta, did you get it? How
Yes, sir.
it is reflecting? Very good. Purujit, how is it reflecting? Did you understood? Are you guys sleeping or what?
Yes, sir.
No, I'm talking about Rohit. Then Purujit, don't sleep, guys. Okay, fine. So you have understood until this part. So how this is reflecting, right? How this it gets reflected on this surface and it goes to other surface. So after it comes to this surface where it is transmitted. It has broadened apart. Okay, it has broadened to many colors, and these colors are very far apart from each other. And when they transmit from this part, they comes to our eye, and we perceive that there is a rainbow. The
Rainbow.
rainbow which has 7 colors.
Sir,
Okay,
okay, like rainbow type of like colors can be seen on oily water also, right, sir?
on oily water also. Yes, correct.
Like with different type of fuel and water.
Mhm. We can see. But we have water in our atmosphere in the form of water droplets, in the form of rain. So the phenomena which observe we in sky, that is only due to water. But this oil and things, these also happen. But those are on not on in the sky, but in some laboratory or something. Okay. Any doubt how this rainbow is appearing? So this phenomena, the splitting of light, the splitting of light into 7 colors is known as this way.
Sir, sir,
Yes.
in a Newton's disk, sir, there are like 5 colors, right? Uh, red, green, blue, yellow, and anything else there will
Can you
be.
can you explain me what is Newton's thing?
Sir, Newton created a disk so that like when we spin the disk, there are 5 colors, and then when we spin it very fast, we can see white light.
Okay, those 5 colors are on those discs.
Yes, sir. On those discs, and when we spin the disk very fast, we'll be able to see white light.
Okay, so what are you asking me regarding that?
Sir, about that, sir, are we able to see white light because those we are not able to perceive the light because our eye can capture only one like in 1/16th of a second, or is it because we are able to see that the colors are merging?
Okay, you yourself tell me how these colors will merge if they are at different parts of the disc.
Like, is it
No, I'm asking you. So these, if it is a disc and it has different parts, is this five? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, is this? It is 5. So tell me, are these colors merging into each other? If we stop
no?
that disk, no, no. So that means our eye is perceiving that as a single color. The same reason you told me that it can perceive 1/16th of the second.
Second.
Yes. So when we spin it, it appears to us that these colors are these colors are merging, but in actually these are not merging, but these are at their place. But since we are spinning it so fast that it appears to us as a single color. Have you seen the example of a uh, cardboard, cardboard which has a single line?
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
and there is a pigeon inside this.
And then if we slide a transparent paper with black and black lines on it, we will see as if the pigeon is moving.
Inside a cage. So if we spin this thing, if we spin this thing, let's say there is a pigeon.
And then on the opposite side of that figure, there will be a cage.
Yes,
And then
if
if we
we
are
spin,
spinning it very fast,
Mhm.
it'll appear as if the pigeon is inside the cage.
Yes, very good. So if we spin this very fast, the pigeon will look like to be in a
It is a perceive like how
cage.
we perceive.
Yeah. It is also due to the limitation of our eyes.
Yes.
Okay, very good. So let me ask again. If do you have any doubt in this topic of dispersion of light?
No, sir.
Others reply either yes or no.
No, sir.
Sir, you also discussed about kaleidoscope, right?
Okay. I want answers from other. Krishna, Manusri, Purudit.
No, sir.
Great. Manusri, Manusri, are you there? Fine. We have yes, Ashwath. We have discussed about kaleidoscope. See, check if this spelling is right or we have seen about kaleidoscope also, right? So kaleidoscope forms different type of pattern. Okay, right. And there was one formula we were discussing last class, like Ashwath and Karthik told us that how many number of images are formed if two mirrors are inclined. If this is a mirror and this is other mirror, they are inclined at angle 30 degree, then the number of
Number of
images
images is equal to 360 by theta minus 1.
by the total
To
mirror equal to 360
360 by theta
minus.
minus 1.
Okay, we can take this theta as a, or we can take it as some other notation like alpha. It does not depend.
Sir, theta
It
means
doesn't
the
matter.
angle between two lines or angle between two vectors.
And between two mirrors. Okay, that at what angle these mirrors are inclined to each other. Okay, so this is the formula for total number of images, right?
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
this is as far as we talked about kaleidoscope. Okay, the next topic is human eye. Right, right. So are you guys making notes or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay, others? Uh,
Yes, sir.
okay, very good. So at any part you need the definition of something, you can ask me. I will write that definition so that your notes become proper and clear. So that when you revise, it will be it will be easy for you to revise it again. Fine. So you can ask me to write the definition. Like I have interacted with you guys regarding this note making thing. I sometimes I keep forget about writing a proper definition, so you can remind me at any time within class, right? And uh, it is a good thing you all are interested in some extra topics, like you are fascinated by some things which are uh, like you haven't heard, or like we talked about how sun produces light or energy, how energy is produced in sun, what is
By
nuclear
nuclear fusion.
fusion fission. That is very good. Okay, so and these are all only for your knowledge, so that you become aware of these things, that how these things happen. So you can ask me these things in between, like we can sometime discuss these things, but on that only, as far as you don't get bored or you don't get annoyed by these things, that what we are learning, it is so confusing or something like that. Okay, so we will, most of the time we will try to stick to the syllabus we are learning. Like uh, the basic motive for which I came teaching this class is not for this syllabus. Like it is necessary to follow this syllabus, but it is good for me. Like as my point of view, it feels good that you guys are interested in so many things, and I also feel happy to tell you things. But the problem in that happen is that I tell you very much. Like I am unaware of your level of understanding. Like I don't know that how much you know about these things. Like I talked about refractive index, so I was unaware that I was unaware of your level of understanding, that how much you know about refractive index, how much you know about this nuclear fusion and fission thing. So when you ask me these interesting topics, which I say that those are interesting things, physics as a whole itself is interesting. So when you ask me these things, I like pour all my knowledge to you guys. So it's up to you. You can remind me at any point of time that, sir, you told me this thing. So I haven't heard about this thing. So either elaborate or tell me crux about, like summary of this thing. Okay, did you get it what I'm trying to say?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, so I'm like little bit confused that how much you know. So when you ask me, I give everything that I have knowledge about that particular thing, particular topic you are asking. Fine.
Okay, sir.
So this difficulty I faced in last to last class also, that I am teaching you many kind of things, but then I think that okay, I know about refractive index, I know about nuclear fusion and fission, but it is not necessary that you guys know about it. Okay, and it's been how many years that like I passed my 12th class in 2017. So 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. So uh, it has been 6 years that I have passed my 12th class. So I am little bit like forgot I forgot which topics are taught in 10th class, which topics are taught in 11th class, which topics are taught in 12th class, and which topics are taught in 8th class. Okay. So at any point of time you get confused, you can ask me. My main motive is that you understand everything I teach you, and if you have any kind of confusion, you can approach me like without any hesitation. I may I may tell you to ask this thing in the end of class, but don't worry, I will respond to your queries if I have to sit for half an hour more also. Okay, so my main motive is not to rush to our syllabus. Our main motive is to understand these things, and so that you apply these things in higher classes and you score well. Because as I have shown you my institute, right? I have shown you IIT, right? The cafeteria of IIT.
Yes, sir.
So you will reach at this position only when your concepts are clear. And if your concepts are clear, you will feel easy to learn in higher classes. If you feel easy to learn in higher classes, you will perform in JEE, if that is your dream. If you have if you have aim of any other competitive exam, that's fine also, because these things will come in every type of exam. So if you have any other aim also, the if we understand these things right now, you will feel confident and you will feel like very much confidence in approaching these type of things, and you will score well. If you score well, you come to places like this, and I assure you, it is worth working hard. It is worth working everything you get to reach these places. Okay, if you come to these places, you will observe every kind of, like, what is uh happy part, or I say, what is the exciting part of a student, that a student gets to live life in a campus. Okay, you can relate to this or not. Maybe you will relate to this later, that every student who completes his 12th class want to enjoy his college life. He wants to enjoy his college life. He wants to make good friends. He wants to like work in that way so that he gets a job, and he wants a good environment. So IIT provides all of these things. IIT provide a good campus life. This campus is spread in how many? Look, wait, let me.
300 acres.
Okay, you have that much knowledge.
Yes, sir. Sir, IIT Hyderabad is 300 acres.
Okay, IIT Hyderabad is 300 acres, and IIT Delhi is 330 acres. Okay, so 330 acres, you do your calculation. Okay, 330 acres is very much. So this IIT is spread in so large area. You can go out in at any time. Even if you go out of your hostel at 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m., you will find the students like roaming around in the campus. So it's feel very good. There are plants, or we can say trees planted at every part of IIT. So it feels very natural also, like connected to nature, and you make very good friends. Why I'm telling very good friends? Because these all people who come to IIT, these people are very talented. They have excelled in their college or in their academics. That's why they have reached to IIT. So intellectually, these friends will be very good for you. These friends, and apart from that, if you join IIT through JEE, the college will prepare you like this so that you get a decent job. So you do not have to worry about job. After 4 years, you will get a good job. Okay. And regarding environment, uh, I think it was some classes back only. I told you about that there was a fest in IIT Delhi. So there was huge crowd in IIT, huge crowd, and there were different kind of events. Like there was one event in which you have to cycle. Okay. Have you seen the cardio cycle, which is stationed at one place, and we only need to cycle it? We only need to, okay, pedal it. Have you seen?
Yes, sir. And there will be like a virtual reality type.
Yes. Not virtual reality. Like that is cardio cycle. Like instead of wheels, there is attached a digital clock. The digital clock will tell you that how many calories you have burnt, and the uh, time uh, time you have spent cycling that thing. So there was a competition, like you
Sir,
have
even in
to.
IIT Roorkee, there was a science fest.
Mhm. So that in that cycle was in that event was, if you burn 30 calories in 1 minute, you will get one T-shirt. Okay, so that was only those people's motivation, so that people come and try that thing and see if people are healthy or not. So if anyone who can do this 30 calorie, who anyone who can burn 30 calorie in 1 minute, so he gets an t-shirt, and he himself gets to know that if that person is healthy or not. So this was one rough idea what was there in the achievement. There were many ways. Okay, so keep these things in your motivation so that you work hard and you do well in your 12th and after 12th examination, and you reach to very good institutes. If you reach to these institutes, your life will be all set. Okay, so let's finish this thing, the I part, fast, so that I will ask you this thing in your exam, next exam. So write the definition, the human eye. Are you there or are you gone,
Yes, we
guys?
are there.
Yes, sir,
We
we
are
are
there,
there.
sir.
Okay, so the human eye is a spherical, shaped sense organ, diameter about 2.3 centimeters.
0.5.
That of sight and
Vision.
helps us nurse and depth. Okay, write this thing. Color and depth. So we then talk about what are the functions. Okay, right. Let me show you a picture and then we will write the function. Okay, there are different parts of eye. There is outside, there is sclera. Okay, the sclera,
Is the white part of the eye.
yes, white part of the eye. Okay, there is cornea. So the front liquid part in your front eye, you can see there is a liquid protective layer. So this layer is known as cornea. This cornea
Sir,
protect,
it protects the eye from dust, sir, because when dust rubs the eye, it gets scratches. So this
yes,
liquid protects the eye from.
yes, correct. So this cornea, this layer, the protective layer, it protects eye from the foreign elements. For why we are calling foreign elements, that means outside coming from dust or other particles. Okay, anything which does not belong to eye is a foreign element. Okay, foreign particles. Foreign particles means that thing is not inside eye, but it is coming outside. It is coming from outside eye. So cornea is the outer layer which protect our eye. Then there is iris. So iris is a circular black part. Okay, so iris is a circular black part, right? So
Sir,
it
can you write, sir, the functions?
functions. I will write. I will like write you give you the definitions. Okay, don't worry. Right now we are seeing that what is iris and where it like where does it it at which part it is there in the eye. Okay, so this this iris whether I take red color. So this iris, the circular part, this one is iris. So this is a big black diaphragm. Diaphragm because it is in shape of a dome. It is in shape of like this. So this iris regulates the size of a pupil. Pupil is
S- Sir, it concentrates the lights, or it can concentrate the light. It can also um, contract and relax based on the amount of light we can take.
yes. So this iris helps the pupil. It adjusts the size of pupil. So pupil is what? So pupil is a small hole through which the light enters. Through this hole, the light enters. Okay. So let's say if you are in a day, if you are outside in front of a sun, and the sun is emitting a huge intensity. Okay, sun is emitting huge intensity, right? So in that case, the iris will decrease the size of this pupil, and this pupil becomes small. Okay, this pupil becomes small. Why? So that very less, okay, less light enters and it does not damage our eye. Okay, so if there is a very bright light outside, the iris will make the size of pupil small so that the less intensity light enters into eye. Okay, so this is the function of pupil and iris. So there is a after pupil there is a lens. So what lens do? Lens converts that light. So let's say if this is a lens, so any light coming to this, it converges. Like you have seen the lens which we use to burn a paper, right?
Or it
Have you
will
seen it?
focus the light on the retina,
Yes. So
like
it focus
the
light into,
magnifying light.
yes, like a magnifying glass. So this lens, this is a lens. This lens, you can see there, like it is marked in here. Okay, you can see this marking which says lens. So this lens focuses the light coming into eye in the retina. Retina is a screen. Okay, like when we used to see the movies projected by a projector, there is a screen at which the image is formed. Likewise, there is a retina.
A
Retina
real
is
image. Sir, a
yes,
real image is formed, and then it becomes electrical. It
signals.
signals, and then it is sent to the brain, and the brain flips the image.
Hmm, correct. So this retina is a whole layer inside eye. So this light falls into this retina, and this retina sends those signals through optic nerve inside our brain, inside our brain. So the brain makes the makes it out of it. Brain distinguishes what these signals are. Okay. So anyone has any doubt which I have shown you until now?
No, sir.
Okay, good. Others?
No, no doubt, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, good. I want two response more. Sheshta and Manasvi.
Sir, when
No
cloud-like
doubts.
structures form on the lens, then it is called cataract, right, sir? Like a brown color cloud-like structures when they block the lens.
Mhm. So there is a phenomena in which the eyesight becomes less. when there comes a white color deposition inside your eye. Okay, so this decreases the your eyesight, right? I want one more response. Banasvi, are you there? Manasvi, Purujit, Rohit.
Yes, sir. I'm here.
Okay, Purujit. Okay, Purujit, tell me, did you get it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Can you just reply the like the I enter when it enters, like
What I,
like cornea and the scale, that part.
can you repeat again? I could not hear it. Can you ask again?
So, can you explain the part of the cornea when the light enters the eye? That part.
Okay, so there is cornea, the outside. Okay, so you see into mirror. In mirror, you can see there is outer layer. Okay, if you touch it, like don't touch it. If you have touch it in like before also, so don't try to touch it. Okay, so it is a protective layer outside your eye. So it is a liquid kind of thing. So it protects your eye from dust and particles, right? So you can see there is an outer layer which is we call this as cornea, and this inside cornea there is a iris. Iris is a black circle kind of thing you can see. Like observe this in mirror. So there is a black circle kind of thing. This is known as iris. And inside iris there is a very dark spot, small dark spot. That small dark spot is pupil. So the light enters through pupil. Light enters through pupil inside our eye. So this what this iris do? The outer big circle of black. This adjust the size of pupil. So let's say if there is a bright light outside, so this pupil becomes small so that less intensity of light enter. So if let's say you are in a dark room, so what this iris will do? This iris will
It will
increase the
become
size.
bigger.
It will become bigger. Yes, it will increase the size of pupil so that more amount of intensity, light intensity can enter into this pupil. Okay, so inside pupil there is a lens. This lens converges the light coming inside eye, and it falls into retina. Retina is a inner screen. You can assume it as a screen. So this screen is inside eye.
Sir, so can
Mhm.
we say that night blindness is caused due to the eye can't because the eye can't become bigger, or the eyes can't uh, increase
No,
in
that
size when
that is different thing. That does not depend upon size or and anything. Okay, that does not depend size. There is other parts of eye which I will tell you in next class, that how night which part of eye is responsible for night blindness. Okay, okay. Did you get it, Ashwat?
yes, yes sir.
Okay, okay. Rujit, I was there until lens. So this lens converges that light into retina. This retina is a kind of screen. When the light falls on retina, it sends a signal to brain. So this signal is carried out through optic nerve. Optic nerve carries this signal and it sends to the brain, and the brain distinguishes that what kind of light it is. Did
Okay,
you
sir.
get it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I think the time is less, so I will just uh, give you a written notes regarding what are the functions of and different organs in human eye. So you note this down, okay, and revise this. And wait, let me explain you fast so that you get a little bit about it. Okay, size. Okay, so these are the functions of eye. First, there is cornea. So I'm talking about this point. The light enters the eye through a thin membrane that forms a transparent bulge on the front of the eye. This is called as cornea. The main function of the cornea are to protect the eye. Did you get it? Which is cornea? The outer part, the outer protective layer. It is cornea. So the main function of the cornea are to protect the eye from foreign particles. What does this foreign particle means? That anything which does not belong to eye. Let's say there is a dust particle. So eye does not have that dust particle. It is coming outside. So let's say India. This is India, and any person coming from Australia. So that person will be a foreigner for India. Likewise, the eye does not have those dust particles itself. It is coming from outside, so we call it as foreign particles. So the main function of cornea are to protect the eye from foreign particles and to help focus incoming light into the retina for vision. Okay. Then comes iris. Iris is a dark muscular diaphragm. Diaphragm means that it is a shape of like this. Okay. It is a shape of a dome. So it is a dark muscular diaphragm that controls the size of the pupil. Pupil is the small part through which the light enters. Light enters. The iris primarily regulates the size of the pupil to control the amount of light entering the eye. It also provides some protection from excessive sunlight. How it gives protection from excessive sunlight? That it decreases the size of pupil so that the excessive sunlight do not damage our eye. Then there is pupil. Pupil is the small opening in the center of the iris. The pupil's main function is to control the amount of light entering the eye to ensure optimal vision in varying lighting conditions. Okay. Then there is lens. The lens which is behind the pupil helps to adjust the focal length. I will tell you about this focal length. You just read about this. Okay. I will tell you how focal length of lens affects the light which we focus. Okay. So this we will discuss in next class. So
Okay,
it
sir.
helps to adjust the focal length required to clearly focus an object at various distances. So this length, the size of lens. Okay, lens also has different size. So lens size is adjusted by ciliary muscle. So these muscles are at this part. Okay, these are a muscle. These muscles adjust the size of lens. Okay, so just remember the ciliary, Ciliary. The ciliary muscle adjusts the size of lens. Now the retina. Retina is the screen where the images are formed. Okay, and other things you read. I won't ask more than retina, but you just read ahead of retina because I need to explain these other things because these are a little bit tricky. You can read all this and we will discuss these in next class. But until now, retina. Okay, I will ask this in next test, which is on Sunday.
Okay,
Okay,
sir.
great. Any doubt until now?
Understood.
Sir, can we write
Okay.
this?
What I write?
Can you scroll down, sir? I'll take a screenshot.
I will share these notes in the Wise application, so you can download this PDF. These things will be there in the PDF. Okay,
Okay, sir.
okay, fine. Then let's meet in next class. Do prepare well for the test. Okay,
Thank you, sir. Once again.
okay. Bye bye. Good night.
Bye, sir.
Bye bye.